Hey guys, Blu-ray Gamer 2012 here, and today I want to talk to you about my top five favorite MCU movies. And it's been a while since I last talked to you because with all the virus thing going on, I just didn't want to go out too much, going to stores, so that's why you haven't seen too many videos of that. But yeah, so my number five will be Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, this was actually my very first MCU movie that I watched in theaters. Yeah, I wasn't much of a theater guy, like a movie guy. Before that, I just bought everything on Blu-ray, and that's how I watched them. But yeah, so this came out about a little over a year after I graduated high school. So it was still pretty close enough so I can still relate to this. But yeah, it's just a very entertaining movie, much better than the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I still hold the first and second of the Raimi films. I like those better than this one, but this one's pretty solid movie. They're a different take on Spider-Man, but it's just very entertaining, very funny. The humor, to Iron Man, his friend Ned, he was just very funny. You know, I think was what was the I think it was Vulture the character. He was very good. He was I don't want to say kind of like sympathetic, but you did kind of see uh, like his points, about the powerful they're making like the working men clean up after them. That is a good point in this, and that is true. But yeah, overall a very solid movie, very fun movie, and yeah, definitely check it out. Now on my number four is Avengers Infinity War. Now a lot of people probably had this like much higher in their list, maybe even number one. But for me, it's a solid number four. I remember when this trailer came out in like late 2017, I think it reached like a hundred million like views on YouTube in like less than 2 days, and that's just ridiculous. It's incredible. And yeah, I remember watching that trailer so many times. I was so pumped for this. Everyone was reacting to the trailers, and man, it was just like probably the most hype we've been for any movie. And yeah, it was a very solid movie. I enjoyed this bit over Endgame because Endgame, there was hype for it, but I don't think the trailers were as solid as this one. And honestly, after like that was pretty much in my opinion only good with the hype going. You don't know what was going to happen in that movie. You don't know who was going to die. That was like the anticipation of that. But after you've seen it once, you already know what happens. It kind of dies down. It doesn't like it didn't age well, to be honest. This one aged a lot better. It's pretty long, but it's just very entertaining throughout. Thanos is just incredible in this one. He was way better in here than in Endgame. So yeah, I remember with taking my nephew and my niece to watch this, and it was just a really fun experience. So that was my number four. My number three is The Avengers. Now, when I first saw this movie, I actually was not too much of a fan of it, as dumb as that sounds, but after like the second and third viewing, it kind of grew on me, and in my opinion, this is easily the best of the Avengers movies. Now, last year, no, not 2 years ago now, when Infinity War came out, during that month, I thought Infinity War was like easily the best Marvel movie. But that was just I was like in the moment, that happens sometimes. You're in the moment, but after it all is said and done, after a while, when you rewatch all of them, the Avengers is still the more solid of all the movies. It aged the best out of all of them. Like you can have a fun time in this one, and not be like staring at your phone throughout, because that's what I did with pretty much Endgame when I bought it on Blu-ray, and it really didn't hold up. It was like very slow paced. But yeah, this one's I definitely respect what this one did to cinema. Bringing all these guys that were introduced separately together in a single movie, and the action low key is great in this. There's a good humor. it's just amazing. Definitely respect for what he did to cinema, and that's my number three. Okay, so my number two is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. This was just incredible. One of the best standalone Marvel movies, and you know the action's just really good in this one. You know, I really like Captain America in this, even though I'm not too much of a Captain America fan, but this one's really good. You know, Black Widow's good in this. You know, Bucky, which is the Winter Soldier, he's fantastic in this. Just the story overall is pretty good. The action is very good. I think this guy Crossbones, he's pretty good. And yeah, so just check it out. Very solid movie, and my second favorite. And my number one favorite is Iron Man. Now, I have a kind of weird history with this one. So, when this came out in 2008, back then, since I was not much of a moviegoer, I had only been to like the movie like 5 times in my life during that point, and like the nostalgic factor for me is that it was during the time, when my dad used to take me to the store often. I used to go to Target or Walmart, buy toys, and I was the kind of kid that I actually just bought the toys for the movies and like never watched the actual movies. It was the same with the Transformers movie in 2007. Bought the toys, didn't watch the movie until way later. And this one I actually didn't see until 2017. The first Marvel movie I actually watched was The Incredible Hulk, and back in 2012. If you go back to my old channel, you'll see when I picked that up. It's actually like my second Blu-ray I ever bought. The Incredible Hulk. Bought it. It was cheap. But yeah, so it took me that long after going to watch SpiderMan Homecoming in theaters. That's when I got hooked into the Marvel movies, and I started going to Best Buy and buying all of them. And yeah, but this was a very solid movie. It kicked off the MCU. AC/DC, I love how they use them in this. When the Jericho missile goes off, that's just a very iconic scene, and a lot of memes. Jeff Bridges is great in this. Which, funny thing, I actually think he looks a lot like Thanos. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks that. He just looks a lot like a human version of Thanos. But yes, very fun, very entertaining. I really like how he first is developing the suit. Just working with it. Very entertaining. It's very like a very 2000s movie. It kind of has the same feel as the Transformers movie. I don't know. It just kind of has that same feel. And yeah, that's like. Maybe it's because I'm kind of nostalgic for that. When I went to pick up buy the toys on like Target, I remember the promotion for this movie being everywhere. It was pretty big when it came out, and yeah. So overall, those were my picks. So all of these I've enjoyed over most of the other ones, but yeah. So I think that was about it. So please, I'm actually planning on going to Big Lots on Saturday, I think. And I'm actually going to a few other places. I don't know if I'm going to record there, but Big Lots, it's been like 3 months since I've been there. I'm pretty sure they're restocked by now. And yeah, things. So look out for that video. And if you like these kind of videos, I'm going to do more of them. More ranking movies, and yeah, just do a few more things. Get more diversity in my channel. So yeah, that's about it. So please comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.